Today, you guys, we are going to talk about something that I needed to bring the experts in for because I literally have zero experience. Welcome to another episode of the Hilton Head Islandcast, powered by Palmera. So it's golf. And I have to admit straight up, I have, again, literally never played a round of golf. I have, in fact, gone to a putting green. Is that what it's called?
Like a miniature golf course?
No, to hit balls into the big...
Oh, a driving range?
Yeah. Okay, see, you're understanding my level of ridiculousness.
Yes.
I've been to a driving range one time. It made me crazy. I have zero skill, so frustrating. And so there's that. I don't even actually really enjoy putt-putt, so...
Yeah, you're wrong for that.
I know. That it makes my children crazy, and I will tolerate it while I'm with them. But anyways, so, fair listeners, I have brought two people to you, one you know, one you don't, who know much more about golf and are ready to share some fantastic golf hacks with you. We have Chris.
Hello.
And Hope.
Hello.
Thank you guys for joining me.
You're welcome.
Okay, so again, as I've said, I am ridiculous and have zero golf experience. But why don't you guys tell me some of your golf experience? Hope, we're going to start with you.
Okay. Well, I'm actually really nervous. I've never talked into a microphone before. I really don't think so.
You're doing fine.
Okay, so I started playing golf when I was 14 and played on the high school team. And then I went to college to do professional golf management at Mississippi State, where I just kind of, that was my life. I didn't have a lot of other hobbies. So I taught junior golf. I did junior golf tournaments in college, like put them on, not played in them.
Right.
I did an internship where I did golf media and social media. And
where was that?
I did one in Hong Kong and one at the 144th Open at St. Andrews.
Whoa.
Yeah, not to brag.
World traveler.
No, that's just legit expertise right
no
there.
kidding.
Well, I mean, about like being snarky on the internet about it, at least. And then I graduated college and worked in golf. I worked at a golf academy, and then I ran junior golf tournaments for a year and a half.
Awesome.
And now I'm here where I just enjoy it.
Yeah, right on.
All right, Chris.
Well, I actually played junior golf. So growing up on Hilton Head, right, that's like, it's little league for golf. And my grandfather was adamant that I
God, I wish someone had pictures of you doing that for me to
I'm sure
see.
there's something floating around somewhere. But I'm terrible at it.
But you enjoy it?
But yeah, and you know what? When I was a kid, I didn't enjoy it because I really wanted to be good, and I wasn't. And so I had, anger management issues when it came to the game of golf.
That was the same thing with me, even though it was like I ended up making all my adult decisions based on golf.
Right.
At first, I was like, I'm literally just saying this so my dad will be happy. And I went to Mississippi State so my dad would let me go to an SEC school and did the golf thing because of that, which...
That's
sorry,
awesome.
Sorry, Dad.
That's
Poor dad getting
incredible.
thrown under the bus.
But it grows on you for sure. And
so the other thing for me was that I spent 6 months or so as a caddy.
Yes.
In Kiowa, which was amazing because I got to be around the game. It is really fun to be around the game. I didn't have to worry about my own abilities, and I was outside with nice people, and I caddied for the guy who started Dockers. Which I just thought was the craziest thing. There's lots of rich people in Kiowa.
Yes.
So that's kind of my golfing background. And you wore the
cutest little jumpsuit.
The like white painter's suit? Yeah.
Do you know what the street name is for caddies?
No.
Or like the street gang that caddies are in? It's called Double Bag Mafia.
I love it.
Because you carry 2 bags.
Yeah.
I love it.
Those are the good days when you got the double bag. When you were the 4 caddy, that was the worst. You were running a lot and having to outrun the golf carts. Not fun.
No good.
So I am going to just call myself a seasoned beginner. I've never gone past the beginner stage, but I have been a beginner for, let's say, 25 years.
All right.
So, and I play once a year on Christmas.
That's
when it's free.
Uncle's Day. So we're clearly gonna take Hope as our serious expert.
Yes.
On these.
But be careful. We'll also put a disclaimer on that.
Asterisk. All right. Well, I want to hear your top 3 golf hacks / tips.
All right.
Because again,
So if you were going
if I was going to get into this game, I want to know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let Hope go first because she's a lady.
Okay. Well, my first one would be the tip I would give you is know your ability and have fun.
Okay.
So
you could have given me that tip when I was a kid. That would have been really helpful.
Well, yeah, and I mean honestly, this is something I learned from my grandmother, who is, I don't know my grandmother's exact age, but
she would want you to tell anyway.
Yeah, exactly. She's a young grandmother.
Yes.
And she was like, because I used to get really frustrated, like we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, just put down a smiley face on this hole, or just put down like a circle and the heart. And so it's like, brilliant. Especially if you're playing on a public course in Hilton Head, or you're playing somewhere where it's crowded, or if you're playing people that are better than you can still have fun.
Right.
All you have to do, it's really okay if you throw your ball out of the bunker, or if you throw it out from behind a tree.
A hand wedge is the best club in my bag.
Exactly. It's not the U.S. Open. Just have fun, get through the hole, and keep up, and worry about other things besides your score.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's so good. I really could have used that a long time ago.
I still can use that in my everyday
I like the
life.
idea of drawing the smiley face in the scorecard.
That's brilliant.
Especially, if you're playing with better people, it's like, if we all finish the hole at the same time, we did okay.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah. That is good.
That's awesome.
All right, Chris, hit me with your first one.
Okay, so my first one actually it's sort of a pet peeve of mine that comes out of my days as a caddy.
Okay.
Which is to take care of the greens, to be a pro on the greens. You don't have to be a pro at the tee box or in the fairway. You can, not be good and still enjoy it. But when you get to the greens, there's a couple things you can do to just respect it and to move it along. So first, this is my biggest pet peeve in the whole wide world about golf is please take the flag out and put it off the green. Don't drop it on the green, because the next guy is going to hit the ball and it's going to land there and it's going to kick it someplace,
Not good.
So just take care of it. Those guys work real hard to take care of them. And the same thing with divots, fix your divots. In the fairway too, but on the green specifically. And then the other one is just to help with pace of play is to read your putt. If you're going to read your putt while everybody else is putting. So don't wait until everybody else is done for you to crouch down and figure out it breaks 2 cups to the left. You could do that while everybody else is doing their thing.
That's something when I was teaching with Scott Robbins in Dallas, Texas, just because I love him and he loves me, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention him by name.
Right on, shout outs. We love shout outs.
But he literally would tell the kids that, and these were really young beginning golfers, and it's like, while someone else is putting, get ready to putt. And in junior golf, it's so important. When I was doing junior golf, we press pace of play so bad because it's so hard, because it's juniors, and they take it so seriously, and with reason, but it's also you can kind of work your way around that. And I just remember that being drilled into me, and it honestly couldn't have been Scott. It could have been someone else besides Scott, but it was someone drilled that into me where it's that's all I think about that all the time. Yeah. And the divots too. The divots, when we were learning in PGM, we had to take turf management, and it's one, those greens are millions of dollars. Right. 2, if you don't properly repair it, it takes months for it to fix and be back, where it's just it ruins the quality of the course. Yeah. So those are great.
So you need to understand the work that is going into this beautiful course, because they are.
Oh
my gosh.
I mean, just beautiful. I don't know. I was going to make some analogy of not littering in a forest or something.
Do it.
Right.
I don't know.
Don't pee in the pool.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly. Maybe cut this part.
Don't do that either.
Don't do that.
Please, we're going to put that in our next summer hacks.
Yeah, right on.
All right. That's good. Hope, what's your number 2?
Okay, so my second one is one that I learned for a year ago. It's when you go, so a lot of courses when you go, they have rules about no outside food and beverages.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are obviously ways around that, but there are also ways if you go, you can ask about coolers. So they'll either have a cooler that can fit on your cart, or the bartender will give you a cooler to put in your cart.
Okay.
And then it's like you're buying the cooler there. I think if you buy enough beer, they don't charge you for it, which obviously that's this kind of golfer I am these days.
Right on. Yeah. Well, that's also one way to get to not take yourself so seriously.
Yeah,
if you think of,
exactly.
4 hours
and
to drink.
just like just ask about stuff like that where
I could get into this.
you can, exactly, where you can have they want to make it easier for you, because that's from a golf professional standpoint, or from like a golf staff standpoint, their job is to make sure you have the best experience possible. So just make sure you ask about stuff like that.
Okay.
And also, if you are gonna sneak some beers in the bag, just know that people will, like the cart guys will look in your bag if it's too heavy. So just be on the lookout for that.
All right. Those are good tips. Okay, so if I have 4 hours to drink, and have a relaxing time on a beautiful atmosphere, I could possibly get into this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just going to come right around on your cart.
You could do that. You could do that. I think that's what your sister does for the most part.
Well, yes.
And the ride is nice. Like a lot of time I play a lot, but also if I go and just ride, or like if I get sick of it, it may be because of the liquid consumed.
Yes.
I have a lot of fun, and that's when you can be the best person to take care of the greens. You can be the best person to tend the flag.
Yeah.
You're basically a hero.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
All right, I'm into that.
That's great.
Okay, Chris, give me your second.
Okay, so
tip.
my second one is very kind of.
You guys are sharing some brainwaves here,
right? Is how are you gonna sneak that 6-pack onto the course? Now you're gonna like Hope said, you've gotta be ready for them to get rejected, and you know what? Truthfully, like if they get rejected, just hand them to the cart guys. Like take
Those are for you.
But here's how you do it: is take a couple irons out of your bag. You're not going to need... I got this from golf.com, and there's a great article, 27 tips or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll put that in the show notes, too, so everybody can check the whole thing out. But, you're not going to miss your 3-iron, your 4-iron, right?
Okay.
And you don't need 6 sand wedges. So take a few out, and then just slide them down in there.
It's
and
Miller
you're
time.
good to go. And then it's Miller time, right? Literally, on that list, the title for that line item is Make Room for Miller. Which I think was just hilarious.
That's hilarious.
But and then, you get your cooler. And
I love this one because, one, you really won't use all the clubs in your bag. Like,
never.
that's just true. You're never going to use all the clubs in your bag. And it's approximately 2 clubs, maybe 4 beers.
Yeah.
Like, you're not... It goes back to you don't want to draw any suspicion.
Right.
But, and then there's another game, like... with junior golf and other things. I'm sorry, my paper's probably picking up. With junior golf and other things, they sometimes do these games where it would be like you use 1 club for the whole hole.
Oh, yeah.
And so then it's like you can kind of have that as your game, where then if you're not like, well, no, I didn't play great today, but I didn't have my 3-iron in there.
Right.
If I had had that 3-iron,
that gives you
I would have been
out there. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm learning so much.
That's true. I mean, one of the things, when I was real small, we had this great little course outside of Philadelphia called Woody's. And it was a mini golf course. They had a driving range, and they had a chip and putt, which was the most fun. So that's where my grandfather and my dad would take me out and teach me, and essentially you're using, a pitching wedge and a putter. And that's a great way to get into the game without it costing too much or just being too serious or whatever. It was a great time.
And if you can master a chip and putt, you're gonna be pretty like
that's short game.
Short game, 40% of all your shots, and that what they say. I think it might be more if you're bad too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do we have anything like that around here?
No, not anymore. Hilton Head National used to have something like that.
Mm.
But,
even I think Moss Creek. Maybe it's Colleton has a par 3, but those are private. But
par 3's
par 3's the same pretty much.
Okay.
Depending on, and
that's another good way to do it.
I don't know a ton of par 3's really.
Yeah, not around here. Most of the stuff around here is like big league fancy.
Yeah.
And amazing.
We're kind of known for that here.
Yeah.
That's actually that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it makes me feel a little hypocritical to talk about it.
It's all good.
It's beautiful though. All right.
Just don't knock the mini golf again.
I'm not knocking it. I just don't enjoy it.
Well, my issue with mini golf, because I was gonna say I don't enjoy it that much either, because I'm like, I want to be like, I'm gonna bring my Scotty Cameron and just like show these people, but I'm also not that good at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I just am probably the worst mini golf person to play, and my fiance is also, he's a assistant golf professional, and it's like, you think of like young couples going on dates to mini golf, and it's like that would never be what we do.
Or many other things.
All I know is that it's how Happy Gilmore learned to putt.
True.
That's true.
Which is significant.
It is.
Yes, that is
Awesome.
for sure. All right, I think, are we down to our last one?
We're down on our last one.
Well, before we hit our last one, I want to just take a moment and have a little sponsor break here and say thank you again to Palmyra Vacation Club for sponsoring this podcast. They're awesome to do that every month. And you guys, the weather's warming up, and it's time for you all to start thinking about spending your week here on Hilton Head. And let me tell you, it's going to be a good one. We've had beautiful weather already this year. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So you need to head over to palmyravacationclub.com and check out how vacations are meant to be.
Yeah. And while you're there, you can read the blog that Hope
That
writes.
Hope writes.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is just a great lead-in, because are we ready for my third tip?
We are absolutely ready.
Thanks,
This
Palmyra.
is flowing so well. Thank you, Palmyra.
Yeah, so I work for Palmyra, and so this next tip, I actually have a lot of knowledge on both ends, because I know about the golf and I know about how vacation rates work.
Yeah.
So the tip is know your rates, know what season you're in, because that affects the rates that you're going to get at public golf courses
okay.
if you're visiting Hilton Head.
Right on.
So your lowest rates are going to be November 26th through March 11th, which is an awesome time to play golf.
Oh, it's
Especially
beautiful.
here.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean,
Oh my
other
goodness.
places, actually really probably anywhere, that's going to be your lowest rates. And then your second lowest is summer, which are the like two. So
Really?
yeah,
Because it's blazing hot
yeah, because
outside.
it's so
Yeah.
hot, which
Yeah.
is, it's very hot, but also is the traditional time to play golf, and that's your
it's
lowest
still
rates on
beautiful
Hilton Head.
outside.
So the reason that this relates back to Palmyra is because I know for a fact our best deals are in that November 6th through March 11th time.
Oh, right
Like
on.
that's a
Oh.
great time to travel as
Yeah.
a Palmyra
Sweet.
member.
So
and
low rates on travel and low rates at the golf
Yeah,
course. Sweet.
exactly. It's like get the most out of your vacation.
Absolutely.
As you could say.
Not to mention, it's just a gorgeous time of year
Yeah.
here on this island. Oh my
Well,
goodness.
And if you think about families, like you've got 2 weeks, or normally that's when kids are out, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
get
great
those
time.
Plenty
Spring
of time.
breaks and
Yeah.
fall breaks and Christmas, and if you're here at Christmas, you can golf for free Christmas Day.
true. Christmas classic.
You're carrying your own bag.
That's what
I
our
love
family
that
calls
name.
it.
I think that's great. The
Christmas classic. That is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, that is good information to
Yeah.
have.
And you're gonna post that, right?
Yes, so I am going to post a blog going further into that to kind of
Okay.
go into like exactly how the weather is, exactly what kind of deals, actually probably not what kind of deals you could get, but just knowing that those are the better times to get
Yeah.
deals and
Awesome.
what
Bang
the
for your
best times
buck,
to come
man.
are.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, listeners, make sure that you are checking out our blog. And what's the blog website?
PalmyraVacationClub.com/blog. And it'll also be posted on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
All the things.
All the things.
all the things.
All right, Chris, what's your last tip?
Okay, so my last one comes from personal experience.
Okay.
Okay. And it's prep to tip.
Ah,
Okay. I got caught red-handed one time. I never carried cash. The closest thing I carry to carrying cash for me is Venmo. But I was lucky enough for somebody to take me out for free at Moss Creek. And at the end of the round, they're tossing the cart guys a couple bucks, and I didn't have any cash, and I felt so bad about it because these guys are out working,
Right.
and you should throw them a couple dollars. So I found a really great article on thoco.com. I'll link that in the show
Okay.
notes too, about like how much you should give to different people, but like just come with a handful of ones or fives or whatever, and
yeah.
toss the bag drop guys
Take
a couple
care
bucks.
of your guys. They're
Yeah, if you're
helping you
taking
out.
a caddy, please tip your caddy well.
Please.
They're working real hard, and apparently you're supposed to tip about 50% of the caddy fee.
Okay.
You can even tip the caddy master and get the best caddy that way. You know,
Okay.
the snack cart people. You know, that just
Right.
come prepared to take care of the people that are working for you. And if you really want to know, like, if they expect tips, you can actually call the pro shop and ask.
Okay.
Just be honest about it. But
Just be upfront.
okay, yeah. So you know, when you're going golfing, just come with cash. And,
Right.
You know.
Okay, these are things I never think of. And I'm never prepared for
I'm
money
never
for parking.
either.
I'm not.
Like
tip.
I said, I never have cash. So if you're gonna go, just no, especially if you get on for free. If somebody's nice enough to take you, like use that money you're saving for the guys that are working hard.
We talked about this a little offline, just because my fiance is an assistant professional, and so we kind of get hooked up that way sometimes. And it's the people who are working the bag drop and the caddies, they're not the high society of Hilton Head. And
they're not getting paid.
They live off those tips. It's just like
Right.
a waitress. They live off those tips, and that's
it is
kind of how you
greatly
can
appreciated.
Yeah.
Especially if you get a deal, you can take care of
and
everyone else.
If you get caught with contraband beer in your bag,
Exactly.
just give it to them. Be nice.
And they will take it.
They will absolutely take it.
Even when I was working at the university course in college, it would be like if we found, and there was no alcohol allowed because it was a university, it was
Right.
technically on campus.
Right.
And the guys like who were my friends would be like, yeah, I found 6 warm Bud Lights and I chugged them all.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like I am much better prepared should I decide to take my Happy Gilmore self out onto a golf course.
That's good.
I would encourage you to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's good times.
put on some bug spray and
Definitely put on bug spray. How did we not mention that one?
Oh, right.
I found this is pro tip. I found a friend of mine sent me a suggestion. You can purchase these things on Amazon. They're little stickers to put on your clothes, and they are like DEET-free mosquito repellents. They last for 72 hours.
What?
I bought 120 of them for $10. You guys, I have lived here my entire life. This could well possibly change the game here.
Oh man, drive-in, here we come.
I will report
Yeah.
back, but I was thinking
Really?
this is going to help me survive my daughter's softball games, and this could be good for golf. You just put the sticker on your clothes.
No, that's perfect.
And
you could put it on your bag too.
Yeah.
And also, don't wear yellow. My grandma's really into
Don't
if you
wear
wear
yellow.
yellow, the bugs get you.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
All right. My dad used to, when he would play golf, he used to rub himself down with fabric softener sheets before he went out. That was his tip. So
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I used at my fiance's course, they have these things. I think they're called like no bug or bug off, and they're really good. They keep the bugs off. But he's like, Hope, they change the color of your clothes. I don't know what they do to your skin.
Oh, that's a little suspect.
Well, can we link that? In the
Yes,
show
I'm
notes?
gonna
We're
send a link to that.
That one
So,
sounds a lot better.
I'm gonna, we'll see how it goes, you guys. If that works, life in the Low Country is changing.
No joke.
Yeah.
No joke.
Oh, I could. When my kids were little, I would have given anything to just stick something on their back that they couldn't mess with.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be great. All right. Well, Hope, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me.
This was fantastic. Chris, thank you again.
You're welcome.
And you guys, listeners, stay tuned. We are going to have music from a fantastic group as husband and wife.
That's literally their name.
It's incredible.
Yeah, just no confusion.
Stay tuned. Well, listeners, thank you for staying with us. We have a real treat for you today. We are joined, like I said, by the very talented as husband and wife. You guys introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Gino Miller, and I'm joined with my wife. And I'll let you introduce yourself.
I'm Andrea. And our name is kind of funny because we are actually married. Some people might ask that. Like, what does that mean? Yeah, no, that's what we call ourselves. We have real names, and then we call ourselves as husband and wife.
I love it.
It's very
So it's not like a
straightforward.
White Stripes thing where you're not really sure. Are they married? Are they not married?
I know.
No, we are married. We are married.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Legitimately married. Yes.
We claim it.
Well, I happened to be scrolling through Facebook one evening like 2 weeks ago, and a roasting room ad popped up for these two, and I clicked on it. The picture was beautiful. I clicked on it, and I heard their sound, and I thought,
So cool.
oh my goodness, we've got to get these guys on right now. And so thank you so much for accommodating us.
Oh my
here.
gosh, it's awesome. This is our first podcast.
Yeah.
So we're really,
Yeah.
we're really
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
that you guys
Welcome.
asked us in our home island.
Wait, nobody can see me dancing. I was
Yeah, I know.
That's a shame. We need a little YouTube thing. Just that might scare people. Then.
Yeah.
I
So-
know.
Yeah, people are usually really relieved when they come in and they're like, "This isn't video, is it?" No, it's just audio. Oh, good.
Good.
Yeah, you could come record in your pajamas. It doesn't.
I know. I
really
almost
matter.
brought my slippers.
thought about wearing
It'd
sweats.
been really nice.
Oh my goodness.
awesome.
Well, so tell me a little bit about you guys, like your history of the island, your history of music.
Yeah, so I'll start off. I mean, I grew up in church my whole entire life, and I'm a son of a pastor, so my whole life revolved around music inside church. And
Yeah.
my parents actually, I thought I was going to be a drummer, but my parents forced me to play piano. And ever since, it kind of just stuck with me, and I started writing songs when I was 12 years old, and yeah, we that's how I got started. And then
Awesome.
So we both like had been doing music since I don't know, I joined a theater
Kids.
group at like in 3rd grade.
Nice.
And so I started off in theater in northern Michigan, so that's where I'm like born and raised. And then so we've done performing and in and out of a church, and for me it was a lot of like plays and oh my gosh, variety shows, and teaching me performance etiquette while doing like worship leading here and there.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Chicago, which that's where Gino's from, Elmhurst,
Yep.
Illinois. And I moved to Chicago and for college.
Oh.
So I did a music school there, and I actually went for worship arts.
Cool.
I stayed a year and a half, but in that year and a half, we had a mutual friend.
Yeah, my friend Jeremiah Six Strings. Shout
Shout
out
out.
to him.
We love shout outs.
I love that name.
Shout
What a
out.
great name.
Jeremiah-
Yeah, Six Strings.
so we
But his
call him-
actual name
it's
is
a
Sutton,
nickname.
but we call him Six
Six
Strings because he
Strings.
plays guitar. This kid is phenomenal.
Because he was basically the one that
Got us together.
got us
pretty
together.
much.
He's our mutual friend, the link that linked
Yeah,
us.
he walked in the room. He walked into the
Like a
the
practice
practice room and was like, "Oh my goodness!" And then he called me up and was like, "Gino, you got to hear this girl sing." So maybe
Because I was
like,
angelic.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
and modest.
But about 2
really
weeks
messy.
later, she from the north side of Chicago
Yeah.
comes all the way out to the west side of Chicago.
On a bus.
On
No
a bus,
idea where I
train.
was.
Yeah, and we met, and then after that, things just kind of just took off. Just right
Yeah,
off the bat.
and I walked into his dad's church because that's where we had like band rehearsal, and I was like, "Oh snap, that is a very attractive man on the keyboard." I was like, "Wow!" And so we're such good friends for a year as I was still in Chicago, and then we fell in love and then
Wait, I
started
have to
dating.
say this.
What?
I have to say this before
Don't
we even
do this
continue. I
story.
have to
No.
because every time we tell this story, I have to say it.
I love it.
When
This is so
she
embarrassing.
originally came out and we started the band, quote unquote, and she was like, "Let me say this to start off. None of us can fall in love with each other." That's what she said.
I mean, what a
Oh,
bold
you
thing
said
to
that.
say.
Oh,
Like,
that's
what the
famous.
heck? I think it was my thinking like we got to be like all in the music, like be professional.
but
and
she
then,
didn't know that I was gonna put the moves on it.
Yeah. Well played, sir. Well played.
I know. Yeah, so then we were in Chicago and dating, and so music kind of fell, obviously, a little
Way off.
Way off. We did not were that musical when we were dating because that was not top priority. It was more like getting to know each other and everything.
Right.
So then the real story is my mom was down in Hilton Head, and 6 months after she moved here, she actually got breast cancer.
Oh.
So I moved down for about 2 months to help her through chemo and just be here. And then we both got offered.
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
came down, I vacationed down here.
Okay.
And Andrew was like, "Well, why don't you just help us lead worship on a Sunday?" So I helped these guys out leading worship, and then next thing you know, they offered us a part-time job.
Yeah, this is
leading
Hilton Head
worship.
Island Community
Yes.
Church.
Oh,
Yeah, so
the Cullens.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so we
Shout out to Todd and Cynthia,
Colin,
my
yeah.
real homies.
They are awesome.
Yeah, they are. Oh my gosh, so our church is really like
Yes.
yeah.
Like
launched us in a huge way. So we were dating all in this time.
Okay.
And then so Gino buys a one-way ticket, literally, like, out of faith down here.
Wow.
And within a month and a half, we were engaged and married.
Wow.
Oh, wait. It gets better. It gets better. 3 weeks later, we find out we're pregnant. So, honeymoon baby to our sweet boy Noah. So we are now, like, after that year of just, wow, we just got married and have a baby.
Whirlwind.
And it's like, wow, what is life? And really have had just setting up life, like apartment, car, getting life happening. Adulting. That's totally the millennial word. Absolutely.
Adulting.
Absolutely. Then music really started to play a part and was like, all right, well, how do we make this happen when we have a family and we have goals and dreams and really feel like this is our calling to use our gifts? And so we double as worship leaders and as husband and wife. And so we play our original music. So like a huge part of our hearts is to share songs and storytelling with other people and different artists and local artists and just making connections that way. We just like thrive off of that.
And all of our songs are based off our faith background, so that's what we really thrive off of, is just being able to express our faith in different settings that's not necessarily
like church,
the church setting. But
so people might ask us, are you Christian music? Because they'll see us leading worship, which we love and our hearts are so there. But we're like, no, it's not really. It's inspired by faith, but it's music that anybody could listen to and not be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Little U2-esque there.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's the most famous like non-Christian Christian band I can think of.
Right. Well, wait, and we like kind of like if people that ask us about like what do you compare yourself? A little bit of Johnny Swim. I don't know if you know.
I
them.
love
They're in
Johnny
and out.
Swim.
They're in and out of like church world and like what they do on their own, which we love them. So yeah, that's kind of like our.
All right, I'll have to check
what
that
we're
out.
like. Yeah.
Oh, my mom and I have told you about them before, but
well, maybe a little
they're
transitional
kind of
music
weirdos
here.
like us.
we're a fan of the weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you guys play a song for us?
Yeah, we would love to. So yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the first song that we're about to do is also this was our first is our first single, and I recorded I wrote this song when I was about 15 years old, and it just came to life when we got together. So
it was meant to be or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So first single, you can find the music video on YouTube as well, and so that's kind of our first launching pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
The title of it is Words to Say. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready, babe?
Yeah. Let's sing this. Sometimes I wonder, are we headed in the right direction, or are we headed straight down? And am I doing this right, or am I wrong? I will sing this song all the day long. So please give me the words to say. Give me the things to do. It's all for you. It's all for you.
And the sun shines bright when you're around. My eyes, they're on you. They're fixed upon you. And am I doing this right? Or am I wrong? I will sing this song all the day long. So please give me the words to say and give me the things to do. It's all for you. It's all for you. And give me the words to say. And give me the things to do. It's all for you. It's all for you. I'm naturally drawn to those not good for me. And I'm totally torn between you and me.
That was great.
That was
crap.
beautiful.
Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you guys.
That was
I think Mandy was having a moment there.
Yeah.
Like eyes closed, like,
feeling
just
it.
having
Jam
a
it.
moment.
Soul.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
That's awesome.
Thank you for bringing church right here to me.
That's
That
awesome.
is
Thanks,
awesome.
guys.
Yeah.
for
Thank you
listening.
so much.
Yeah.
So well, you talked a little bit about Johnny
Yeah.
Swim and them, but who were your influences like growing up? Who did you love to listen to?
I went through like different phases.
Me too.
Yeah.
Um,
It helps you be more well-rounded.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
So I grew up dancing to Kirk Franklin. Did
Stop.
I throw you for a loop there?
I had that CD. That was the
that was one of his
That's
best
excellent.
CDs.
Yeah.
CP, are you with me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a church, we ain't go nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kurt Franklin. We
Oh my
appreciate you,
gosh.
dog.
Oh, for real.
I don't know, but like my
but-
musical influence didn't like start till really later. I mean, I listened to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't even want to say. It's
That's fair.
it's like,
That's
but
fair.
now I don't know. Now I'm like listening to more eclectic things, and different genres that I feel like influence a lot.
Yeah.
And again, like that crossover. Gino, you can talk more on like
Yeah, I
gospel
mean-
and how that
Well, yeah. I
influences
mean,
you.
I grew up playing gospel, playing like church hymns and all that fun stuff. But like when I got in like my high school years, I started like to venture out and try to grab different things like. Like Dave Matthews. I mean, I don't even know.
There's a little like
It's
punk
just,
rock
yeah,
in
punk
there
rock.
too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when middle school, I don't know, but System of a Down. Like I was
Oh,
listening.
yeah.
I was listening
Wow.
to everything. So it's just like
Yeah.
my whole style of music has like morphed into that. And, like using.
And we're big like movie soundtrack people.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah?
Oh,
so
my
we like
gosh.
that type of thing and little jazz here and there
Yeah.
and a lot of oldies.
Oh yeah.
Love some Ray Charles.
Love
Stevie
Ray
Wonder.
Charles.
Right on.
I mean,
Love Ray
those are
Charles.
classics for sure. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
little
And-
like newer ones, Leon LaHavis is like one of my
Oh yeah.
favorite
and then
vocalists
you
right now.
we can't do this and not mention
What?
Matt Corby.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
That's a huge inspiration to me.
Yeah.
And I mean, just to go back on the movie soundtrack, I love like Hans Zimmer and
Oh my
James
goodness.
Horner and
Yeah.
all those guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love movie
Yeah.
soundtracks.
That moves you for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
Side note: did
Yeah.
you know that Sufjan Stevens is up for an Oscar?
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like the Oscars this Sunday.
Yeah, and not for the Tonya Harding song, because the Tonya Harding song is not in the movie Tonya Harding. It's from the Daniel Day-Lewis movie. I forget what it's called.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, do you guys know Sufjan Stevens?
Yeah, is he Swedish?
No,
wait.
He has a funny name, but he's American.
Is he? I don't know why.
I'm not sure.
Maybe I had some Swedish friends that used to listen to it.
He's from Maine.
He's great. He's very. I mean, if you like indie rock at all, he's great. He at one point did this project where he was going to do an album about every state. And he started with Michigan, and then he did Illinois.
Oh, wow.
It is one of my top 5 albums of all time.
Wait, did he do 50 songs?
No. He stopped after Illinois.
He only did 2.
He did a 5-song EP for the 5 boroughs in Brooklyn and New York and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he has a
that's
couple
cool.
other, but he's one of my.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, his name looks like Sufjan,
Yeah.
Sufjan.
Yeah.
But check him out. Sorry, side note.
Yeah.
I heard that on NPR
Thank
today.
you.
We love music soundtracks. Our
Oh, yeah.
kids are
Oh.
musical obsessed too, so we like all
Yeah.
of that.
Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not far. Yeah, and I was a musical theater kid too, so that was like a huge part of our.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys have a good round.
well-rounded.
Experience of everything.
We're a
That's
little
good.
all over, but
Yeah, we're
you
really
know,
all over the place.
But and I think that's our sound and like how we write is starting to develop too. Like we've been starting to write folky songs when we've been calling ourselves like gospel singer songwriters.
Fusion and
we
that's
are this
nice.
like interesting blend. And I
yeah.
think sounds change for artists over time.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? Like if you listen to a certain artist that you're influenced to, your sound's going to start to kind of morph and maybe in their writing and that's what's
New
really
sounds
cool
come
about
out that
Yes, so I'm looking forward to a lot of the new stuff that we've been trying to put together because it's different.
Yeah.
So again, we only have one single out, but this is like the back work. This summer we are in the process of doing our EP. So that's
nice.
we're like in that stage. We're like, we have 7,000 songs. Which ones do anybody want to hear? I don't know. Which ones do I want to hear?
Right. Which ones are you willing to sing over and over and over again?
True. Yeah.
that's
So
the real question.
that's a fun. It's a fun stage, but so we're in the beginning stages of that. So we're super excited.
That's
for
cool.
that
Yeah.
part.
Are you guys recording with Kyle? You mentioned you're friends with Kyle.
We
friends with
love
Kyle.
They're
Yeah.
awesome. They're awesome. We actually have a studio connection in Chicago. So
Oh,
that
okay.
where we recorded our first song,
Nice.
we're talking about doing our EP kind of between Hilton Head and musicians in Hilton Head and then like us in Chicago. So we're
All right.
again
Nice.
beginning stages of trying to figure out
Sweet.
how do we make it happen.
With the internet, man, you can do
I know,
anything
you
now.
can.
You
You
can
really
do
can.
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right
And
on.
We have a cellist that will come up from Florida this
she's
summer.
amazing.
She's incredible, and so we're like trying to figure out how do we get her in the studio and then like bounce it to Chicago, mix it there. But again, like technology, you actually can do this.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
that's
totally
encouraging.
doable.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, would you guys play your other song that you have
Yeah,
prepared?
absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. So we actually did a house concert. Have you guys ever been to one or heard of those? Like a house concert, or like you literally play music in
Yeah, like a
house?
living room show.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had Pretty Darn play one at our.
Yeah, after they put their record out, we
Awesome.
did one in our living room for this podcast. We did 2
Oh, that
episodes.
is
We'll
so
have
cool.
you guys.
We're coming to your house.
Yeah,
We're
put out
coming.
the
Yes.
EP and then
We're
we'll
inviting
do one.
ourselves
Oh
over.
no, you are. The invitation stands.
Yay!
I love it.
Well, we actually just did our first one, and this was a song that they like asked us to do
They
again.
asked for
like
an
at the-
encore
at
of
the
it, and I
end of
wasn't
the-
even
At
expecting.
the whole end of
yeah.
the time, they were like, "We want to hear that song again." We actually forced them to sing it with us. So
Yeah.
we may do that to you, but just joking. We
No,
won't do
we
it. We
won't.
won't do it.
Trust me, you don't want me
this
to
is
sing.
one of our fun little ukulele tunes that we try to incorporate into
Yeah.
our set.
I love
I
it.
wrote this one. I
This
wrote.
might make the EP.
Yeah,
it might make it.
Yeah, it might make
Well,
it.
if it's
You'll
being
have to let us
requested,
know.
I mean,
yeah, you kind of
Hopefully.
have
Yeah,
to.
you're
do it.
stuck.
You
There's
have
a
to let
precedent.
us know, and listeners, you
Yeah,
have to
so
let us know.
I
Do you
wrote
like
this.
it?
I wrote this song. Andrea let me borrow her ukulele like when we were dating in Chicago, and I literally like locked myself in my room for like 5 hours and taught myself how to play ukulele.
Oh my god!
And
I know
yeah,
he's
just-
so cool.
I am.
That is
cool.
commitment, man.
Yes.
That's
Anything,
fantastic.
play it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, this was if I want to give like a kind of brief background about it. It was just like a period of time in my life where I was just looking for the future and looking for something new.
Right.
And this relationship is what caused it. So it's kind of about us in a way. So.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Right on.
I wrote a song for love, for the ones who haven't given up. There's still time for you. There's still time for you. You just wait and see. Yep.
This is the dance break.
I wrote a song for you.
Thank you.
For the ones who face the cold truth. There's still time for you. There's still time for you. You just wait and see. I wrote a song for me, who feels like there's no place to be. There's still time for you. 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 You just wait and see.
That was awesome.
Cute little ditty.
I love it.
Great.
That is beautiful. Your harmonies are
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Chris, do
Little
you have any
Civil
questions?
War-esque.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
that,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are
Civil
touching
Wars?
them. They rock too.
I kind
Yeah.
of forgot about
I
that
kind
for
of
a
miss
minute.
them.
Yeah.
They do a version of Billie Jean that is just
really?
Really?
Oh, gosh.
amazing.
You know,
Yeah.
anyone who does a cover of that and like crushes it, I
Yeah.
have high respect.
Yeah,
who did
you-
Corey Henry.
Corey Henry, oh my
He's
gosh.
an incredible keyboard
If you guys
player.
don't know him, look him up.
my
Corey
gosh.
Henry
Sure.
is simply
Okay.
amazing.
I think
Awesome.
anytime you do a cover of Michael Jackson,
Anything.
it like you have to kill it or just go.
You're-
hard.
yeah.
I kind of think that's why we haven't done one,
Yeah,
or we may
it takes
never.
a-
I won't touch any Michael Jackson.
It
I
takes a
barely
lot of
want to touch any Ray Charles.
Yeah, for
Oh my
sure.
God.
But yeah,
For sure. It takes a lot of guts to do that.
Yeah, it really
That's
does.
proper
It really
respect.
does.
I
Yeah.
feel
I think
that though.
so.
That's the way it needs
that's
to
the
be.
top. That's the top of the food chain right there.
Oh my
those
gosh.
guys.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, so where can people listen to you guys? Give you money?
Oh.
Buy one of your adorable shirts that you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so all of that, you can go on our website, which is
Okay.
www.ashusbandandwife.com. So you can actually purchase shirts there, and we will personally
Mail them
mail
out
it
to
to
you.
you
Nice.
with a little
Nice.
cute note because you're awesome. If you want a shirt, or come to one of our shows. So March 17th.
Is
Can
one
we
of our
talk about
best
that?
shows.
Yes, you
Yeah.
absolutely
It is
can.
Yeah.
so exciting, and we're so honored. The roasting room is like our favorite.
Oh, those guys are
so
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
quaint, like like
It's
just
perfect.
the
It's the
perfect
best
venue for
spot
down here.
Yeah,
And
it's
we've
the
always
best
been
spot.
like slightly obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And like we started off as doing their like singer-songwriter showdown
Yeah.
nights. So we just went one time and had so much fun. Then we
didn't win, by the way. We
didn't
lost.
win. No,
There's
I've heard
That's
those things
okay.
are really good.
they
Yeah,
are
they're
good.
amazing.
They're totally
They're
a fun
amazing.
night. You have, and I totally want to go.
Yeah,
back,
at
'cause
one
you
point
just
when
get
they
to
were
hear
talking about it,
Yeah.
I thought, I'm going to go do that. And then I heard how good everybody was. I was
No,
like,
do
nope,
it.
never mind.
You have to.
should
You
totally
No, I'm
have
not
to.
doing that.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. No, like, but and then so how did it happen? Jordan asked us.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
somebody?
Jordan.
We
yeah.
got paired up with Painter and Poet, who were
Yeah.
a fun. They're also a husband and wife duo, and
Yeah.
so they're back in Texas now, but they're from Savannah, and so we got paired up to open for them. So we had a bunch of our friends and family come, and it was a great time. That show
Awesome.
was sold out,
Yeah, it
packed
was a
out, had so
blast.
much fun.
Oh, good.
And then they were like, yeah, you want to do a headline show? We're like, that would be an honor.
Yes.
So we are so excited to say that we are coming back to the roasting room.
March
just
17th.
us. We've got an incredible Daryl Horn is going to be there. He's an incredible local musician as well. He plays every instrument under the sun. Who's been such a supporter from the beginning.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then Jeremiah.
I got my brother coming down
Yeah.
from Chicago. Amazing drummer.
Nice.
He's going to
And
share
he's
a
also
song too.
a songwriter as well. And he is, for lack of better words, a dangerous guy. I mean, I'm scared of the things
He
that
like
he
just
can do.
graduated
Yeah.
high school, and
Yes.
he's
Oh,
pretty
man.
incredible. So
Yeah.
we are
Oh,
honored
the
to have
future
him
is
as
bright.
well. Yeah. So it's gonna be a fun night. It's 21 and up, March 17th, 8 to 10. $10 tickets. You can get those at the roasting room, and
Right.
don't wait.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I've heard they're
like
scarce.
like if you want a table, you really gotta
get it.
you gotta
we think
go
we
like
have
today.
we have like 4 tables
Four
left.
tables left, and then everything else
And
would
then
be
some
like
I'm
just
ordering
come-
mine today.
first
Yeah.
come first serve seating.
We're
so.
not, we'll definitely have all that in the show notes. We'll make sure to
Yeah,
blast it on
cool.
social
Yeah,
media.
absolutely.
And,
Yeah,
Thank
we're
you so much.
excited.
yeah.
So we'll do that. That's kind of our like last big show, or else we're really excited to share like what I talked about, the house concerts. That's
Yeah.
been a really fun thing.
Yeah. and
So we'll do like different people's homes
Yeah,
in the
we're-
I
area.
love that
We're
idea.
so willing to travel to do that
Yeah,
too. That's always been
yeah.
like something that we wanted to do, is just travel and,
Yeah.
and just do music full
Sweet.
time. And
Yeah, that is the main
that's
goal.
the goal.
So, but typically, I mean, we lead worship on at our church.
Okay.
Like all the time.
Yeah.
So you can see us there. Come on by. Almost every Sunday. So we'll be there. But really, we're again like back in that phases of the EP. So
Yeah.
we don't have a ton of shows booked, and we're not like playing restaurant gigs. So we're
Yeah.
just kind of focusing on
Focusing.
writing
Yep.
and
Okay.
Yeah,
and
that'll be
producing
further on in the
good art.
process.
Yeah.
Guys.
So you guys
Totally.
planning on like a fall release for the EP? Or
yeah,
what's your
fall.
timing?
We're hoping by
I would love like
yeah, August
Yeah.
around
Okay.
that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for. So we're really
Yeah.
about to go like to work after this
Yeah, I know.
house concert. So
Yeah. We're just like trying to book our travel plans to see when
yeah,
we
like literally just before coming
yeah
here.
and working with our sweet toddler. So that's
Yes,
the
that's
life.
always fun.
Yeah,
I
right
know.
on.
Oh,
But yeah, you can get our music anywhere, because I know you mentioned that you can get our music on
Yeah.
Spotify,
Yeah.
iTunes, and we have
Yeah.
a couple videos on YouTube. We definitely have words to say there.
okay.
And then we have a song that we actually did at the roasting room that's on YouTube as well.
Cool.
Nice.
And you can follow us as husband and wife on YouTube. So
And Instagram, Facebook, all those
All the
stuff.
places.
and we're always on
We're
those
just gonna
things. That's-
bombard
I mean,
you with
especially
things.
Andrea. I'm not on it as much, but
Oh my
Andrea
gosh.
is like
We all have
is
our
like
strengths.
the promoting
Instagram
person.
is a strength.
That's
That-
great.
I mean,
It's
I
so good.
like to consider myself an MD, but not
You
really.
would just say Instagram was my strength. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
it is.
At
You're
the
such
moment,
a
that's a
millennium.
good strength.
Listen,
I know.
that's-
I'm a millennial. I said
don't
millennium.
know.
That's very marketable, though.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Yeah, we're better singers than talkers.
Yeah, I think I'm better player than talking and singing.
oh
But
my goodness. Well, listeners, we're going to make sure that all of that is listed in the show notes. And if you are listening to this on Facebook and everything, you can find it. All the links will be in the bold print underneath.
That's
So,
true. Our producer Laurie does a good job of tagging
She tags
everybody. And then all the
everything.
stuff is on the website. And
Yeah. So again, you guys, if you're going to be in town, March 17th, you need to go to the roasting room and listen. And if not, then you need to get on the internet and buy some singles and watch some videos.
Buy some t-shirts.
And buy some really awesome
or invite us to your
t-shirts.
house.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll sing for you in your living
yeah,
room.
that is fantastic. This is a good place for that kind of gig. I feel like this
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, you guys may have hit on something new. All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
I have one more question. I almost forgot.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. So you guys haven't been here that long, but you've been here longer than 6 months, so you're really a local. But we ask everyone to give a tip to tourists or visitors. Where is someplace you know they need to go?
Okay.
Yeah, we
I have
talked
like
about
two
this one.
places. I have two main places that just, well, three actually that popped into my
I'm
brain.
so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Right on.
Yes.
Great.
One, if you come to Hilton Head Island, you must go to Java Burrito. That place
It's good.
I really do like
amazing. Shout out to Java Burrito. You can tag them too.
Yeah, for sure. It's like farm to table Moe's.
Yes.
It is.
delicious.
Like,
Yes, I want to be sponsored.
It's
So I
not a
can go there and
thing
eat.
that would be so good.
But yeah,
so I can go
absolutely.
there and eat.
And then in another place that's in basically that same plaza is also Porter and Pig. They have the
Oh, I
best.
heard the
Yeah,
place
we
is
haven't
amazing.
been there yet.
Oh, you gotta go.
Ivy and Doug, they rock.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
a married couple who runs that
Yeah,
cool
they're
joint.
amazing.
They've got
They're
fun
amazing.
music that's there, but it's such a cool spot. They've got
It's really homey,
games and
too.
homey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear
And
good stuff
drinks
about
are
the
great.
food.
Yeah, drinks are
That
amazing.
BLT is
Yeah,
probably the best
Oh, my
on the
gosh.
island. That's really
It's
good.
it's
I know.
refreshing. I never had a BLT that was refreshing. That BLT is refreshing.
Really good.
High
I know.
praise. High praise.
Okay,
Wonderful.
wait, and
And
to
then-
top it all off, dessert at the Purple Cow.
Oh yeah, Purple Cow.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Bernie
Yes.
over there, she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
She
Shout
makes
out.
to Bernie. She makes some awesome desserts over there.
She
She's
makes
got
gluten-free stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
I think producer Lori shared an article where they were tagged as the best donut spot
In South Carolina.
In South Carolina. Now, I think Mandy would say All Joy is
All Joy
amazing,
Donuts in
you know.
Bluffton is pretty good, but
But
I've yet
yeah,
because
so,
I've yet to
there-
eat one
there's
there.
There's
Oh,
press
yeah.
out there backing you guys
Oh,
up.
yeah, well, how good that we have good taste. But you guys are making me
And
hungry.
then we're coffee drinkers.
Oh, yeah.
When we got married, I made Andrea a coffee drinker. I would like
you?
to say, yeah. But
or
we
did
love
my toddler do that to me?
Yeah. Like
both. I'm gonna go with both.
Go with
Yeah.
both. Good,
Or I'll
good
plead
call.
the fifth. I don't know. But we love Maywood Davis.
Yeah, so they're located in Healthy Habits.
Yes.
Oh,
it's a great
another
store.
place I have never been, but
Yes.
I've got to get there.
Yes.
Where
So
is
all of our
this?
things are food related.
Yeah.
That's like the major
good.
part of our
I know.
Yeah, that's
right?
what we talked about.
Yes.
We love food.
That
But
is weird.
yeah,
That's
it's like right across the street from Northridge.
Yeah, it's on
Cinema.
Matthews.
Yeah.
Over there.
Well, they were in the old log cabin.
Yes.
Across
That
from
moved
Hilton
Yes.
to
Resort. Okay.
Healthy Habits. So you can get a really good salad and you can
Yes.
get amazing coffee.
I've
All
heard
right,
their
right on, we'll
salads
check it out.
are incredible.
Coffee
yeah.
is so good.
Oh, yes,
Love his
and
coffee.
good
Love
coffee.
it.
Yes, good coffee.
And he's always creating something new.
Yeah.
Alex is awesome there too. So
Yeah.
we've
Shout out.
That's right. Get it all in there.
those are all of our seriously top favorite places. That's why they're all of our friends because we go there so much.
There's gonna be so many links under this podcast.
I know, right?
Oh, yes. It's
Good
going
luck,
to be.
producer
Go
Lori.
and enjoy. Go and enjoy. And tell them as
Absolutely.
husband and wife sent you.
I for sure will.
Right on.
So
Oh, my
fun.
goodness. Well, thank you guys
Oh
so
my God.
much
thank
for
you
coming
so
in. This
much.
was so fun. I am so looking forward to our living room concert. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to happen. We're
Love
going to
to.
talk
Thank you
about
so
it on the
much, Mandy.
podcast. Well,
Appreciate that.
so guys, make sure that you get out and hear these guys. It's just beautiful music. It made the hair on my arms.
Mandy
stand
had a
up.
moment.
I had a little bit of a moment. So thank you guys so much for
Thank you
sharing
so much.
everything with
Appreciate
us.
it. We appreciate it.
And
Man, this has been really fun.
all right. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Make sure that you read the blog about golf.
Yep.
And get out there and don't be like me. Play some golf and learn about it. I promise.
We're going to get you out there.
You won't hate it. I see you there.
Uh-huh.
And thank you again to us husband and wife for sharing with us. Thank you to Palmera Vacation Club for being our sponsor. Guys, make sure that you are liking, reviewing, sharing, everything about subscribing. Why do I forget the most important part?
Subscribe.
To this podcast on iTunes Podcast, on Stitcher, on Breaker, on wherever it is.
My personal favorite.
I like Breaker because you can send me a message on
That's true.
Just make sure that you are sharing this with your friends and let us know what you think. If you have any questions or recommendations or places we should also eat, please, I like the food recommendations. You can hit me up at Mandy at HiltonHeadIslandcast.com. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.